Welcome to podcast number 3, all 6 of our fucking listeners.
Got 7 now. One more.
The lads who we do it with haven't even listened to it yet. There's probably more lads in this room than there is people actually listen to it.
I listened to 10 minutes of it. I can't stand the sound of my own voice.
Neither can we.
We're on the bat.
So with us today, we've got Kevin, the criminal pro.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, the only man to smoke 20 a day. Hasn't bought a pack since 1997, Davenport. Learn Bishop can't make it, so we've swapped him for his younger, fitter, hairier son. Jack, say hello, Jack.
Hello.
So then, what have we got to talk about, boys?
Wow. The last 3 games we played.
So since we last spoke, we've played Brighton, Mostar and Wolves.
Brighton.
The Brighton game was mega, wasn't it?
What a result, lads.
What an
Incredible.
atmosphere as well.
It reminded me of the Brighton game of Newcastle last season.
Yeah.
Every time we went forward, we looked dangerous.
And Man United, yeah.
Yeah, the Man United game as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. First half could have been 5 or 6, couldn't it, to be fair?
There was some cheeky nose at work said to me, I won't look too much into that. West Ham beat Brighton. You're having a laugh, mate.
We've just beat the 6th best team in the country, 6-1, but don't look too much into it.
Yeah.
Have you seen all them this week? We're on about Rooney.
Oh,
Oh, it's pathetic, mate.
Shambles.
Well, I don't get it. They're just an absolute basket case of a football club.
he's got a 26% win ratio, but he's good for the media. You know what I mean? Wait till Colleen gets involved in this fucking Rooney gate.
There's old tweets apparently of Rooney slagging off Tom Brady.
I seen an old tweet the other day and his nipper's got a Villa shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Cheddar Road's going to get a battering and all, isn't he? So, yeah, I thought we played really well at Brighton.
Yeah. Everything seemed to click, didn't it?
Definitely.
Fantastic.
We said on the podcast before, me and Liam, that he's going to have a plan for Brighton, but they didn't look like the same sort as what I've seen last year.
I think Emery's tactics showed in that game.
Yeah.
Showed how tactical aware he is.
Definitely. Yeah, he sort of outwitted him, didn't he? Completely from start to finish.
They was expecting our press, wasn't they? And I think
Yeah.
I read that they purposely, Diaby and Watkins backed off the centre-backs.
Well, we
They
noticed.
didn't know what to do, and there was just Craig and Gilmore and that
Yeah,
midfield.
we noticed, didn't we, that the fullbacks weren't bombing on either. And we was
Yeah.
like, that's a bit of a strange tactic, but we was really direct and purposeful. And every time we went, look, I said, every time we went forward, we looked like we was going to score.
Yeah, it
I
was a
think-
massive game for Watkins as well.
Definitely.
With the start he had.
Yeah.
I know he had the Hibernian hat-trick, but with
I
the start he
thought,
had.
I thought Matty Cash was really good as well. He had that Matoma in his back pocket most of the game.
They all played well. There's not one of them where you could think to yourself, he was better than the
Yeah.
other one. They all had a really good game. Even Zaniolo, no, he wasn't on the pitch for long, but
Yeah.
there's something about him, Zaniolo, ain't there?
I think it's going to take one goal,
And me.
and
got the
then I
world
think
in
he'll
him.
move.
Yeah,
He'll
man.
start moving.
Big, strong, very, very positive going forward. Loves to drive forward.
There's just something about him, the way he moves with the
The way he
ball.
can
He's really
run.
elegant.
over a kick.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah. For a big lad, he's athletic, you know?
Powerful as well, isn't it? I think the home games, though, I think for the first time in a long, long time, even the top clubs, Villa Park's a place to be feared again now. isn't it?
I would fancy us to beat anybody at Villa Park.
Yeah.
Once the crowd's up, you know what I mean? It's an hard place to go now, isn't it, Villa Park?
Mhm.
For anybody. There's no one who comes to Villa Park, bar maybe Man City. You think, I don't fancy us to get a result today.
I think West Ham will give us a tough match because they're flying at the minute.
They beat
Yeah.
us at Villa Park at the start of last year.
They beat us in the last few years at Villa Park.
They're flying at the minute, and
Mhm.
be a good game.
The funny side, though, West Ham, I think
They're not very consistent.
they're playing well. They've got a bit more balance now. Rice has gone, even though he's quality, but they're a funny side.
You spoke on the podcast since Chelsea as well.
Yeah, we done Chelsea last
Yeah.
time I spoke to
I thought Luiz
Liam.
and Kamara were absolutely frightening.
We mentioned about Kamara, how good he was, that game.
them two took
We was on about, because the game before the Chelsea one was the Warsaw game, and we were saying that they lacked desire.
Mm.
There weren't no desire lacked in that Chelsea game, mate. With blood and thunder, and
Yeah.
every tackle went into it. We won every single 50-50, which is very, very rare.
Yeah.
The game after that was the Mostar game.
It's a hard one to judge because we won by one goal last second. But I mean, if you look at the game, we played
We
them
deserved to
death,
win.
didn't
We deserved to win.
We played them to death.
Yeah,
What-
they had like 25, 30 shots, didn't they? Like 75% possession.
You're going to have them games. I mean, look, your Brighton game, you probably had less shots than that, scored
Yeah.
6. Some games go for you, some games don't.
Why doesn't he start with his strongest side?
I think it's a risk, isn't it? I mean, we started with the strongest side that we had against Wolves, and that was a frustrating draw all the way
Yeah.
through. I think in the back of his mind, he could play his best 11 and still be struggling after 60, 70 minutes.
The thing I don't understand is at the start of the season, everyone's fit, everyone's raring to go. You don't have to rest players. Who's playing in the Champions League? You wouldn't rest players in the Champions League.
Martinez pleased me. I don't see why he should be playing Olsen. The keeper should be able to play 2-3 times.
A keeper should be able to play 60 games a season.
I don't.
Fitness-wise.
I think there's a double-edged sword. I think you look on paper and you think our squad's better than it was last year, and it is, but I don't think them lads on the bench are good enough. And I think he's starting to see that now. Because two games I've seen him drag them off at half time.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And he's clearly said in that dressing room, you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
You've had your chance, you're not doing it. Get off.
It's also finding the balance as well between playing your first 11. Obviously, you've got to play your best team in the league. But then the fringe players that are coming in the Cup and Europe, they'll be better with minutes. If you give more minutes to people like Tillmans and Dendoncker. Dendoncker last year in the centre midfield, I thought was quality over that period.
Yeah.
Now he looks like he's running.
Especially when he came in for that Newcastle game, he fitted in perfectly and was one of our best players in the day. You never see him again after that.
Turns like an all-tanker, mate.
That's the thing with sides that are just getting into Europe for the first time. You look at Pep and Klopp and that, they will properly rotate where some of your best players won't even get on the squad.
Yeah.
And it's giving all these players more minutes. Our players that are just coming in for those midweek games, they ain't got any form behind them.
No, not at all. Well, you're right what you're saying.
What do you think of Torres last few weeks? I mean, I didn't watch the Wolves game. I couldn't watch it. But the last couple of games before that, I thought he looked a lot better.
But you was there, Kev, weren't you?
I thought it was a disgrace for their goal, to be fair.
He's slow on the turn.
The midfielder give...
Luis give the ball away.
Luis give the ball away. But he had that many opportunities as that player was going down the wing to chop him and just get the ball out.
He was poor. He was quite poor.
You just let him run past him. He's slow, and I don't think he knows how to be aggressive yet in the Premier League in the tackle.
I think it's a case of he will get there eventually.
Yeah,
I think he needs a good 20 games. The Wolves game before that, he's looked better.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming out from the back with the ball.
Oh, he's incredible on the ball.
Yeah,
he
could can tell he's got that technical Spanish kind of fucking. That he's always looking for the pass. He's never going to be one to oof it, is he?
So I don't think he's just quite up to speed yet with, like you say, the physicality and the pace of the game. Good. How did that play, in your opinion?
I think Wolves are just a stopping team, ain't they? They haven't got a lot. They've got some quality in the wide forward areas and that, but they're just a stopping team. They wanted to get into McGinn from the get go.
Yeah.
There was the crowd was on the back as well, so putting pressure on the referee. They wanted him to be sent off, and Dawson, I think you mentioned earlier. It was just all over him, trying to get him booked and stuff like that. They're just a stopping team. They're just going to rough us up.
I watched most of the game, looked at the 90th minute. It could have gone either way, but that last 10 minutes, the injury time, the chances we missed.
We definitely should have got a penalty.
It
was a clear pushed him in the back, didn't they?
Was it?
Yeah, he's pushed him in the back.
The only thing I noticed first half as well, Diaby didn't look fit at all. I know there was a question mark over his fitness. He looked like he was limping when he was running.
Really?
He didn't look like he was in it at all.
I've noticed at least 2 games this season he looked very tired.
Because he wasn't even in the squad, was he, for the Mostar game?
He's looked very tired.
Well, maybe the international breaks come at a good time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a chance to regroup, get ourselves back together, get players fit. I heard Moreno's had a knockback in training as well, because he was nearly ready to come back in the first.
He was on the bench for one game, weren't he?
Yeah.
But then he's had a knockback. Ramsey's done his metatarsal again, hasn't he?
We're back to square one again, ain't we, like we was at the start of the season?
Yeah.
Missing Mings and Buendia as well.
I think with those Wolves game, I think if you had people like Ramsey and Buendia, those people that can drag us up the pitch and from the midfield link it to the forwards, to that cutting edge. Watkins looked really isolated at times against Wolves. We're missing them kind of players, those numbers. Yeah. McGinn's that sort of player, but in the position he's playing him, he can't impact it as much.
So where did he start against Wolves on the
flank? It's like without the ball, it's like he's on the far right hand side of a 3.
It seems to me like they set up like a 4-4-2 formation without the ball, and Diaby drops in. But as they attack, because sometimes they play very narrow as well. It's like a 2-2-2.
Yeah.
So Diaby and Watkins up top on their own, and then Zaniolo and McGinn will drop inside as 2 number 10s and the 2 holders, and it's the fullbacks that create the width. But it's a difficult one to pin down formation-wise, what he's actually trying to do, because it changes from minute to minute during the game, doesn't it?
Yeah. The other, on the flip side of the coin, though, they'd just come off a good home win against Man City.
Of course, yeah.
There's going to be easier away games than the local derby.
And listen, they get roared up freak walls, do they? They fucking hate
If you
us.
said to me at the start, I know we've got better now and we're a better side than we have been for the past few years, but if you give me a draw at the start of the Wolves game, you'd never win at Monaco.
No, you'd have took it all day long.
Yeah. Just disappointing when you should win because you should have had a penalty.
The
Dingle bastards.
The last time we won at
Guys,
Monaco,
it
I don't
penalty
think I
in
could,
the 90th minute,
in lockdown, wasn't it? So you got to tell us, Kev, what happened with the Mostar game?
Mostar game, Lower Holt.
Kevin, you're criminal.
A bad impression was made on me by my people that sit by me, young Bishop there was vaping. So
He's blaming you for this.
I'll join the Villa youth with a bit of a vape. Some fucking bird Stewart from the Trinity saw me. Give it the old blinkers with the guy in the corner. Come over. All right, mate, can I have a word?
Yeah.
And
you're making us sound very gay there, vaping. Could say a cigar.
Well, the hardest part of vaping is telling Mum and Dad
I was
you're
chewing
gay.
tobacco. Yeah, he's took me down, and I was like, yeah, I made the mistake of giving him my fucking ticket. Didn't I, off my phone?
Oh,
He goes, ring the club tomorrow. You'll get a slap wrist.
Did you ring them?
Nah.
Fuck
They
'em.
didn't tell me what number.
Nah.
Who do I ring? The fucking ticket office.
That mate, nothing will happen about that.
They tried to do it to me a couple of weeks before, didn't they?
They're very
I refused
heavy-handed
to
down
leave.
there, aren't they?
No, right. They treat us like we're the away fans.
Yeah.
They're watching us like hawks, treating us like the away fans. We're home fans.
Yeah.
We pay for season tickets, and he's had a puff on a vape. Get the fuck
Fucking
over
hell.
it.
Their away in was on fire at one point.
Yeah,
fucking hell.
It was about the 75th minute, wasn't it? I think if it was the first half, he would have let me back in. But, yeah, slap on the wrist.
They just fuck 'em anyway.
Fuck you.
There's a lot worse things that happen down there.
The stewards, they let you in now. It's like airport security. They're patting you down.
I know, it's frightening. So, we're happy with the start, aren't we?
Yeah, we're happy with the start. I think we're 8 points better off this year than we was last year.
We started on the Gerrard last year, didn't we?
I was talking about this last
Looking
year.
at you down.
And we finished 2 points behind Brighton, and we basically let them have 12 games run on us.
Yeah.
Because we didn't start playing till Emery coming, which is the November. It hasn't even been there a year yet.
Yeah.
So the next 4 league games: West Ham, Forest, Luton, and
Fulham.
Mate, 12 points.
Yeah.
You've got to be looking at 12 points if you want to make a run for the Champions League.
Mate, the way some of the teams up there are flip-flopping a little bit.
This is what I'm saying.
I don't think Spurs will keep it up.
No.
We could. We ain't going to win the league by
No, of course
stretch
not,
the
no.
imagination. But after these next 4 games, we could be top of the league.
Yeah, you could be.
Man,
You could be.
we get 10,
But,
12 points. We'll be in the top 2 or 3, I think.
I seen a poll the other day online. Would you rather have Emery or Postecoglou? And it just astounded me how many people said Postecoglou. I was like, are you for real?
He's only been there for 7 games.
I know.
They rely too
Emery's
much on.
proven.
They'll rely too much on Son. They will. They'll have to buy a striker.
Well, I noticed he's playing on the centre forward.
Yeah, they'll rely too much on him.
And I was watching did you watch the Arsenal Man City game the other day?
No.
It seemed to me Arsenal was. I really enjoyed watching Arsenal last year. Every game was really exciting. There was only a couple of
draw.
a goal either way in it. I mean, especially at the Emirates, there was a lot of them games were really exciting. Last minute winners and all that. Yeah. But it strikes me this year, they're harder to beat this year. They look a more solid, grounded side this year.
I think Man City this year lost a quarter of their games already. I think it might be more even this year. And I said that pre-season, to be fair, losing Gundogan and Mahrez and all these players.
Injured.
Yeah.
How long's De Bruyne out for?
I think it took another couple of months.
How long's Rodri out for?
He was suspended, wasn't he? He's playing there now against
He's
Scotland.
back now.
But Man City, the problem with Man City is they do this every season. It's as if it takes them till about November to sort of think, right, we need to liven ourselves up. And then they win 20 games on the bounce.
Yeah.
It's as if they're still in pre-season at the minute.
I hope they start winning soon because I've got Haaland and Alvarez in my dream team.
Well,
scoring.
Looking at our fixtures, again, we've got them playing one after the other within 5 days of each other at Villa Park.
Yeah.
I think it's in November. Is it December?
Yeah.
We've got Arsenal and Manchester City. Now, like I said to you before, I fancy us to beat anyone at Villa Park.
Both at home.
They're both at home. One's on the Tuesday night, I think the Man City game. Then the Arsenal game's on the Saturday. Imagine if you beat both of them at home.
I think the way that we've started.
23rd, the Arsenal game.
Have you got the fixtures there, Jack?
I think the way that we've started, take out Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City, we're not going to be competing with them in the league table at the end of the season. But Man U, I think we can compete with. Brighton.
I would be extremely surprised
Tottenham.
if we don't finish above Manchester United and Chelsea. Chelsea are bad.
Well, I think we will. I think there's every chance we could get top 4 this season.
But if top 5 gets you Champions League, I'd be delighted with that.
Yeah.
You got Man City on the 5th.
Of December.
Yeah, and then you got Arsenal on the 9th.
Mate,
Both at home, ain't they?
Yeah.
Mate, your only bankers in the top 4, your only bankers is Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
And then you got
Yeah.
an easy run
Apart
after them
from
2
that,
games.
Yeah.
It's anyone's 4th spot.
Definitely, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I wanted to talk about. Did you notice at the Mostar game at half time when they was advertising for that lower grounds and the what's the other one called? The Terrace View. They was advertising on the big screen. The whole crowd started booing really bad.
Did they?
Was you outside having a fag, was you?
I was outside,
I was upstairs in the alt and we was just sat there like ready for waiting for the teams to
I
come
think
out.
this is
The
gonna
whole
fall
crowd.
flat on its face.
Mate, this
I think there's a correlation with all this starting to happen since that new American bloke's come in the business side of the operation.
Yeah.
He went, they're labelling it up on the website and in all the media in terms of we need to be giving more offerings to every kind of fan that's out there. I think they're badging that up. What it is underneath the fucking sheep's clothing, the wolf, is that they're just bleeding money. What's wrong with the Holt suite? What's wrong with the fucking?
what I was saying was just give us the alt end. Just the normal
Lads,
everyday fans and working class lads.
Let's be honest, right? If you want to be in the top 4, these are the kind of things that the big clubs do.
I don't mind the corporate side of things.
But I think it's
put it
going
in the other
to
3 stands.
too fast, too soon. It's going to fall flat on its
Yeah,
face.
definitely.
That whole suite was full of fans at half time,
Yeah.
and they're spending money. You're asking people to spend over 60 quid if you're my season ticket holder, I'm spending 60 quid to go in there.
No chance.
And then
You spend enough on a season
You're
ticket.
asking other people to pay 120 quid, and you only get 2 free drinks.
Yeah.
It ain't going to happen. I mean, when we went there, the last game, did you see anyone in there?
I didn't see anyone going. Well, I was upstairs for that Mostar game.
I didn't see anyone in
And I
there.
came down the stairs at half time to have a cigarette outside.
When it was season ticket holders could go in there, it was chocker.
And the people that were going in were getting some right shit. They
I
were
think
giving them
that-
some right stick, yeah.
I think you've hit the nail on the head in terms of the timing. So if we're qualifying for Europe every year, we're there or thereabouts in terms of the cup, and we're on the fringes or in the Champions League. Far away, people will spend the money. They'll be used to spending money Thursday, Sunday.
It's more
course,
of a corporate appeal as well. If you're in Europe, Champions League, stuff like that. At the minute,
Exactly.
we ain't got that corporate appeal.
It's
And
like-
we
I don't know
understand.
why we're trying to do it.
And
Yeah.
we understand more of that will come when the new stands built
Yeah.
as well. But the first year that we're in the Conference League, we're only just used to playing for
Yeah.
probably at least 3 extra games in 4 if you
Well,
include the qualifier.
You saw with the attendance at the Everton game, people can't afford to go week in, week out. You know, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Thursday. You know what I mean? You just can't afford it.
Well, me and Kev went to that, and I felt a bit embarrassed myself because, you know, you can't argue, like you say. Times are hard at the minute, and it was a shit game. Everton, third round of the cup. We was going to put a weekend side out. They went for it.
Ron,
But
they'd
the
have got a
crowd
full
was
house if
terrible.
they've made it a tenner for everyone.
Yeah,
they got a
would
full
have,
house.
yeah, they would
So
have,
they'd
yeah.
rather have an empty stadium than
Yeah.
offer people cheap tickets.
I think they're missing a trick with that. I think what we found out in the away game in Europe as well is that atmosphere is going to count for a lot in Europe.
100%.
At home against the other week when we scored in the 94th minute, was it? Atmosphere was shit.
Yeah,
all
up
day.
until then.
Up to then.
Up till then. He went
Yeah.
fucking ballistic when we
I thought
scored,
it
didn't he?
Sorry, I weren't in there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I said
Gonna go.
I said to Marlo, I said, I can't take any more of this. I've got to go.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't see it coming. We got there in the end, obviously. Get us halfway home. With his tail between his legs. Did that take the vape off you?
No.
I bet it weren't even your fucking vape, was it, you fucking stranger?
He said to me, "We tried to give me a vape." Then I refused to go. I said,
Did they really ask for your details and all that?
That's from my ticket, yeah.
He said, "Give me a vape." I said, "I ain't got one." He went, "What, just
Was
make
you
it
a
someone
season
else's."
ticket holder?
I can't believe that. The thing is that I think it's really heavy-handed. That sort of fucking hell. You're not. It's not as if you're causing any ag, is it?
Come over and tell you, mate. No more of that.
Exactly.
To be fair, the rules are you can't vape, fair enough, but
Yeah,
consistency. These two fucking done it throughout the season. They had have a word,
Yeah,
sent
you
back.
got people drinking beers in the ground, ain't you?
Ronnie Davenport, Rowe, Al,
Snitches get stitches.
yeah, he'll edit that out.
I ain't editing fuck all out, mate.
I'm glad you know it's well. I still haven't worked out where I'm sitting yet. I've been there 2 years.
27, Auckland Drive.
Yeah, it's just got a corporate feel about it. All this, we pay a lot for it. They've just hiked the tickets up again. Fair enough. we're getting a better product for what we're paying for. But things like the Alt Suite, people have been drinking the Alt Suite for donkey's years.
Well, I was talking to a few lads that I know who sit upstairs at my star game. We were saying, why couldn't they just give us better facilities for normal seasons for the people who are drinking there anyway?
Yeah.
The Holt Suite especially, because like you said, people have been drinking there for years.
No, you've only
And
got
just basically just took it off us.
better beer, better food.
Exactly.
You earn more money.
Yeah.
The beer's shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And the
it is
food
shit.
is dire.
Yeah.
Service is shit as well.
Yeah, you've been served by a fucking amoeba. You are though, ain't you? You fucking hell.
No.
Mate, you ask for anything more that like can I have 2 Amstel and 1 Strongbow? They look like you. They look at you like you got
Kev,
4
the thing
eggs.
is, downstairs, you have to serve your fucking self it now.
Mhm.
Like £7 a pint, you got to pour it yourself.
And they don't even give any flakes.
I said at the start of the season, I went to the geezer, what's this? I went to the screen, you order it there, then you go over there, it stops the queue. I went,
You got to do 2 queues.
I'm queuing up twice, you twat.
Well, the facilities have never been really great in the old team, but
I've seen worse.
it's so annoying because they're getting it all wrong, aren't they?
Yeah, like you say, you need to be consistently in Europe before you start doing this kind of stuff.
So, shall we talk about our standout players so far this season?
I got 3. I'd say our best player this year overall. You can just count on him every game. Is Douglas Luiz.
He's improved so much, from when he first signed.
He's frightening, mate.
It's unbelievable the amount he's improved.
15 million quid. What
I was saying on that first podcast, when I first watched him, I was thinking there's something there, but it's going to take
He's
a lot of hard
Rolls
work.
Royce, mate. He's Rolls Royce. He creates so much space for himself.
And when Kamara was next to him, Kamara looks the same, Rolls Royce. When he has a good game, Kamara, mate.
I think they really work well together.
And I know he's got penalties this year as well, but he's chipping in with the goals. He got one against Brighton at the end as well. The other one as well, the other 2, one who's took on a new role in the defence, not positionally, but in terms of leadership, is Konza. I think Konza's been absolutely
me and Liam mentioned that last time as well. We mentioned that.
How many times we struggled in the past with no Mings next to Kanza?
He said that in the article the other day. He was saying he always looked to his side for Mings for leadership.
Yeah.
Because he's out injured now, he wants to take on that role. I think he's been brilliant.
We were saying that Constance sort of took on the Mings role, they go and attack the ball and the leadership role. I think it's a case of having to really, when you've got a player next to you who's never played Premier League football before, because we're watching international football at a minute now. But Premier League football's so much quicker, faster and stronger.
How he hasn't got a place in the England setup, I have no idea. If I was him, I'd just go and fucking claim Portugal or something. And the other one for form is Dino. Dino has been immense this year, I think. I still think with Moreno, though, he does change the way that we attack. We're a lot more on the front foot when Moreno, and he's always looking to bomb on, but he's going to have to work hard to get back in this side above Dino so far.
Definitely.
I think who's improved dramatically considering we weren't getting a game when America first come was Matty Cash.
Yeah, 100%. Matty Cash has been superb.
He's confident as anything now.
His game's changed a lot as well,
He seems to be putting better balls into the box as well.
Yes, definitely.
His crossing's improved, definitely.
His final third's
improved.
improved.
Shot.
Yeah. But he also, what I do like about him as well, he looks a lot more disciplined, especially defensively as well.
Yeah.
So I was talking about some of the games.
Matoma he had in his back pocket most of the
Yeah,
time.
definitely.
He's calmed down a lot as well.
Yeah.
He went under Gerrard, even before Gerrard, to be fair. He was a bit bull in the China shop, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If he was if their player was on the throwing line, he'd just chop him and get a yellow card.
Yeah. Well, under Gerrard, you've seen the way Rangers played, that James Tavernier was up and down. You can't do that in Premier League football. There's some games you've got to dig in, you've got to sit in and just defend for some games up to an hour, 70 minutes.
Moments.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Who else do we think's performed well?
I think Watkins will kick on now. He had a bad start, confidence-wise. He's probably the striker that's most reliant on confidence that I've ever saw in my life.
But even when he's not scoring, he does a job, doesn't he? But you don't want to go into the realms of a player that, look at the likes of Maupay and scored for fucking 10 years.
Yeah, but
he plays every week.
We mentioned about Watkins. Ray Lerman was talking the other day. We were saying, I'm so happy for him because he works his bollocks off. And he does such a good job for the side. And
he's committed to a new long-term contract as well.
I think that's a real statement of intent.
Yeah.
Because you look at the clubs out there that need centre forwards. I still think Arsenal need a centre forward.
Yeah.
I still think Spurs need a centre forward. Manchester United definitely need one. And so did Chelsea.
How much would you get for him?
Well, mate, upwards of 100 million for me. Not that I want him to go anywhere, but
you'd got to be looking. I'd personally say 60 or 70. Apart from Haaland's position at Man City, which is obviously safe, he could get in any other side in the Premier League.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm saying. I've just mentioned 4 clubs there that need a centre forward, and he's English and he's still pretty young.
I mean, you can only take a bit of what the media says a pinch of salt, but if you looked at the start of the season, there was a few clubs that were looking at him from what the media said, but obviously a pinch of salt. But the likes of Arsenal, Spurs, they were all mentioned with him.
I just think with Watkins, he needs that kind of Buendia, Ramsey, that role. Maybe Zaniolo might be like. He needs that link between midfield and the strikers, so he doesn't have to do too much of the donkey work coming back.
Zaniolo, I like him.
I love Zaniolo. I think he's class. I think you're right about Zaniolo. I think there's a screamer coming soon, and then he'll go score 10 on the bounce.
Emery likes him.
Yeah,
he's winning the conference where
he's still getting used to the league as well. I mean, where was he before?
He was at Galatasaray, but when he came through at Roma, they had massively high hopes for him. They was on about him being the next, Totti.
Roma fans were gutty when he left, from what I've read.
But he fell out with Mourinho, didn't he?
Yeah.
Mourinho does that quite a lot to players. He
it's because he's injured, earn it.
He's only on loan as well, isn't he?
He is, but I would, if I get the chance, I would make it permanent. But then, see, that worries me as well.
A lot.
Well, the Coutinho thing, when he sort of has one good season on loan, you sign him on a big deal, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he ain't going to cost you £250 a week like Coutinho.
No, that's true.
That chance, isn't it?
And for me, he's the right age as well.
We can see this season, if he stays fit, if his injuries ain't too bad, I'd take a punt on him.
Definitely. He's a different type of player to what we've got as well.
The position he plays, though, we need to start seeing the numbers come through now in terms of goal assists, goal involvements, goals. We need to start seeing those numbers come through there. But I agree. I think he's got the potential to be really, really good for us.
I do think we really missed Jacob Ramsey as well.
Oh, man.
It's not just going forward, it's defensively as well. Did you see when he came on against Brighton?
Yeah.
I know he was winning anyway, but the tracking back and all that, you don't realise.
Yeah.
He's such an hard worker.
Oh, his first game back, wasn't it?
And the goal he scored, he looked effortless. Didn't you think, wow, he's only 22.
Since Grealish left, he's been the only player really that can get the ball on his own 18-yard box and carries all up the pitch.
He's one of them players. He could play anywhere.
See, this is the good thing for me. This is the exciting thing. You've got the likes of him, Moreno, and that missing, but we're still fifth in the league.
Yeah, and Buendia and Mings.
Buendia, I was gutted about. I was gutted for him.
Well, he was our best player in pre-season, Buendia was.
I think he's a great little player.
I do as well. I think he's fantastic.
He goes under the radar. I haven't been his biggest fan before, but he always throws in the numbers, doesn't he? Assists and goals.
Mate, he works his bollocks off. He really grasps for the team. And like you said, some games, the quality's not there, but you can see he wants to be. He's not like throwing his arms around, spitting his dummy out. He keeps working. He keeps trying to do the right thing. That's what I mean.
You can't knock him.
Yeah. Listen, we're simple football fans. Work hard.
I mean,
put a shift in.
Mate,
we're happy, ain't we?
Look at Tielemans. There's games and I've seen him hiding.
Well, that Mustard game.
Yeah, he hit behind players.
He was getting a lot of shit that Mustard game because he kept giving the ball away, but I didn't think he had that bad a game.
I kept seeing him hiding behind players.
I just think
he didn't want the ball.
Yeah, I think everything he was almost as if he was trying too hard. He was trying to force everything.
He pisses all over him for me.
Definitely, yeah.
It's a good job we got him on a free.
Oh, see that in from
again. He's just a bit of a miserable little shit. Hopefully he comes good, but I ain't seen it yet.
He's came into a better team though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's came into a better team.
He's
kind of like a standout player at Leicester.
I was talking with your old man about that. He was saying that if whoever he's gone, he sort of walked into the side. Yeah. This is the first time he's had to really fight for a place.
Yeah. What made me laugh though, and wound me up, what wound me up was that he's come out in the press, away with Belgium, had a little cry about it, and then the next game he got the opportunity was at Warsaw.
Yeah.
And he was shocking.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't go in the press giving it the large, and you're going to come out and put a performance like that out.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
No, you can't.
But that's what I mean. That's what, with the fringe players, it's either you rotate all the time and don't give them just the midweek games. To see the best out of him, we might need to get minutes. But on the other side of that coin as well, he's got a warranty.
Exactly.
He's got to find his way into the team.
At this level, you've got to justify the fact that you're playing. If you can't, then you ain't playing.
And I was talking to a kid at work, and we was on about there's only really Manchester City that can swap 11 players and be and be the same standard of team.
Arsenal can't.
Even Arsenal can't.
No.
Saka's injured now. They look a different side without him. They've got there's no natural replacement for him.
Didn't they still put him in the England squad as well?
Yeah. Did you? That was a ridiculous decision by him, Arteta, to start him. And that Lens game, you could see he was injured from the Tottenham game the week before. He started him.
Arsenal said he weren't fit, and England have still took him, even though he probably ain't going to play.
He throws out some really weird decisions. Arteta. Who gets 2 first choice goalkeepers?
Well, do you know that for me? Do you know what that is? That's him. It's like I've signed this goalkeeper. I'm going to choose. It's almost as if it's like it's stubbornness. Like I'm going to play this keeper.
It's a good problem to have. I mean, I'd love to have it.
Well, he didn't need one, did he?
I'd rather have Ramsdale than fucking.
I think Ramsdale's a far better keeper than Raya.
Mate, Olsen is chronic.
Yeah, he's not great.
He was better against, was it Everton? He was better than he normally is, but you can see the whole defensive unit. It
changes the way we play.
Whole dynamic of defending when he's in goal.
And you just definitely. Oh, they've hit the post. Sorry for everyone listening. We're watching the Spain and Scotland game. Do you want Scotland to go for 2 Euros? I want them to go for it.
I couldn't give a toss. To be fair, it's like
fuck them.
It's like the mentality of Villa Blues, isn't it? Do you mind if Villa do you mind if Blues win or lose? I don't really care about.
I don't really give a fuck about Blues, but with Scotland, it's always funny to see them get battered in the first 3 games, isn't it? Because they get to every tournament thinking they're going to win it.
If they do well at the tournament, anyway, they'll be fucking British. They won't be Scottish.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Andy Murray.
You're going to watch England game tomorrow night?
No. Who is it? Italy tomorrow?
Australia tomorrow in a friendly.
See, what?
I'm sorry, but with Southgate in charge, I can't bring myself to watch it.
Mate, the amount of people that I hear say that, and I understand where you're coming from, to be fair, because just take the handbrake off. They've got so many fantastic world-class players.
It'll never change, mate. Friendlies are all about trying what you can't afford to try in competitive games. They'll start Kane tomorrow night.
When he's starting the likes of, Maguire, he's never let me down. I don't give a shit, mate. He's not playing football. Maguire, Calvin Phillips, Jordan Henderson's playing in the Arabian Sunday League. You can't keep playing these players when there's better players in the Premier League waiting. Konzat has been brilliant.
How Jordan Henderson has got in that squad above James Ward-Prowse is a fucking disgrace.
He just goes back on what he says. He said it right at the start. He'll only ever play players on form. Does it?
Calvin Phillips is in there because he's a big club, and he's all.
Yeah, well, when
Grealish years ago.
He said about Grealish, so I can't pick him. He's playing in the Championship, and they picked Calvin Phillips, who's playing at Leeds.
Since Southgate's been in charge, and it's more, but people might hate this opinion, but I didn't get excited until we got to the final.
Yeah,
I just can't bring myself.
Well, that final, I haven't forgiven him for that final against Italy because
once he's gone, I'll be back in the pub again watching all the games. I used to go down the pub for the friendlies. Yeah. I can't. I just can't.
That Italy game is there for the taking.
1-0 up after 5 minutes, and you just go for the kill. Just finish him off.
Italy were finished.
And that was done for, mate.
He's a yes man, and he's on lower wages than anyone else would be on. That's why he's in that FA job.
I think if we had any different group of players, I think we'd all be like, well, he's done a good job. But with the quality of players that we've got, we should be winning trophies.
The people that in his camp are saying, well, yeah, you can't knock it. We've got to a final, we've got to a semi-final, and we've got to another semi. Like, you can't knock it. This is the best we've done in years. But yeah, look at the players we've got compared to years
ago.
Should
be winning these tournaments.
Well, the World Cup just gone when they played France in the quarterfinals. Everyone was terrified, and we're a better side than France. Yeah. And you could see that when they went out onto the pitch. They looked terrified.
Last generation.
Well, I think he's got one more chance. I think he's got the Euros coming up in Germany.
I don't think he'll want to stay after that.
Well, even if he wins it, I think this is his last tournament. Whether he wins it or whether he can't get knocked out in the group stage, I think this is his last tournament.
Who's next, do you reckon?
I think he's had enough as well,
Good. Who do you reckon will be next?
Well, God knows. Who would you like?
I was going to say Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe's a good shout.
Yeah. The pressure's ramping up at Newcastle now, isn't it? And it only takes a dip in form for the pressure to really go on Eddie Howe.
The owners are billionaires, aren't they? Worth hundreds of billions. So I think they'll start getting impatient. Do the silly thing of let's get a big name in.
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney.
What might happen? What might happen with Newcastle is they might get so banged up for them Champions League games because they've got 6 massive games. The league games, your lots of playing at home to Burnley and that, you just can't quite get up for.
To be fair to them, they don't seem to be happening now, does it? They're still getting results.
No, they are doing well.
Is it the 3 points behind us, are they? There's a cluster now, isn't there? Like Newcastle, Man U, Chelsea, after a win or two. I think they're about 3 points behind us.
Yeah, so we're 5th now at the minute on 16 points. So where are Newcastle?
8th on 13.
8th on 13. We've had such a good start, looking at that now. So 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses.
You look at our 2 losses as well. Away to Newcastle, away to Liverpool.
Yes. To be fair,
Three quarters of the league will lose away to them.
Yeah, when you looked at the fixtures at the start of the season, I remember saying Newcastle away, Liverpool away, and I looked at Chelsea away and thought they're going to be difficult games. The first,
you're going to win.
But to come out with only 2 losses and 1 draw out of that and winning, it's the home form for me. How many games have you won on the bounce at home now? Going back to next year.
10, isn't it? I think.
It's incredible home form, that is. And look at the home games you've got coming up: West Ham and Luton. Easily making that 12.
And is Forest at home as well? No,
Forest away. Do you think Tottenham will fall away?
Yeah.
Do you?
100%. 100%. I still think they'll be fighting for 4th this year, I think.
I think they'll be going to be in and around where we are.
I think they'll be fighting for 4th. I think
Spurs.
Yeah.
I reckon. I think they'll slip off.
The league will be between Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. 4th will be between Tottenham. I still think Chelsea will come good. They'll buy a striker in January.
No, I don't think they will.
I think they'll come good.
I
I think
Nkunku?
we'll be fighting for 4th.
Yeah. And you got
What happened to Nkunku?
Nicholas Jackson as well.
Is he injured?
Nkunku's injured. Nicholas Jackson just ain't done nothing.
I don't think he's a centre forward. That
I
Nicholas
don't
Jackson
think
will
Man U will come in the top 6.
They are quite bad at the minute. I mean, that game against Brentford the other day.
I seen somebody the other day online.
They struggled with that game. Brentford are crap.
Got the striker one, he got the midfielder one, he got the defender one.
I can see Haaland being good though.
Mate, I do like looking at Haaland.
I can
He's
see
a
him
good
being
player.
I think you're looking at 2 or 3 seasons before he's like banging goals in, to be honest.
He's got all the tools, isn't he?
Just a Haaland from Wish.
From Timu.
Yeah, Haaland from
Timo. Sam Rice, he's got his bracelet from.
Who's your pick to go down?
It's got to be Sheffield United.
All 3 teams that come up.
The bottom 3 right now.
I worry about Bournemouth as well. They ain't very good. He'll get the sack. What a ridiculous decision, Bournemouth, to sack that Gary O'Neill, the job he did last year, and bring that Spanish guy.
I think
he's doing a job at Wolves as well.
Sheffield United go down.
I was worried about for Wolves at the start of the season. I think they'll be fine now.
I think it'll be the 3 sides that come up, personally.
Sheffield United are going down. They've played 8. They ain't won 1.
I worry about Brentford as well,
Bournemouth.
I think it's worse teams.
I can't see past the 4 that are down there. Luton, Burnley, Bournemouth, Sheffield United.
Because you got both, ain't you? Sheffield United and Bournemouth.
Brentford.
Both won a game in 8.
Yeah.
Brentford, I think, will be all right. If Tony stays, all goes. If he goes, they'll get money and they'll buy another person.
Yeah.
Forest are a funny side. They can get a decent result, Forest.
That's a positive for me for the whole Watkins situation. Worrying about him leaving. Obviously, he ain't going to leave now. Just signing a deal. The fact that Ivan Toney, I think Ivan Toney is going to be the man that most people are going to try and buy in January. The big clubs that are looking for centre forward.
I think they will, but at the same time, I think they'll be a bit wary of him because the thing he's got up to at Brentford, not just the betting thing, the things he said in the past, slagging him off in a nightclub, saying something in a car when he was driving him in a car.
Yeah.
He's an arsehole.
He's not very professional.
Yeah, he's an arsehole.
Yeah. He's not very professional.
He's just overpaid. He's been paid too much money, he's a prat.
Plus, with Watkins, I think they would have installed a release clause in that.
Do you think he'll have a release clause, a minimum fee?
100.
I hope it's more.
I'll
probably say 80. You want to do the quiz or what?
Right, then. I'm going to hand the spangly jacket over to Kevin Prue.
There we go.
For our monthly quiz.
We
all ready? We've got pens and all that. We're ready, or what? Let's go for it, man.
Right, question number 1. Nice, easy one to warm you in. Our most famous win, European Cup win in 82 against Bayern Munich. But what team did we beat over 2 legs in the semi-final?
Piece. I'm going to smash you.
I'm not drinking before these quizzes next time. Fucking mind fart.
Do you know, the last 2 podcasts we've done, you can see, it's like watching the cricket. You know, you watch the whole lot of the cricket and everyone's just getting more bladdered through the day. No, I'm not telling you.
Come on.
You're trying to get the answer out of me.
No.
Go straight into number 2.
Go on, then.
All-time Premier League Villa scorers. So currently at the top is Gabby with 74. Who is Ollie Watkins currently tied with in the all-time Premier League top scorers for Villa?
Ooh. That's a good one.
That is a good question, Kevlar.
Oh, right
well
there.
done.
Number 2. There's 7 points available for this question.
What? Bloody hell.
So this is an unfortunate one, but Villa have been knocked out in the third round of the FA Cup every year for the last 7 seasons, going back to the 16-17 season.
Depressing.
For a point each, can you name all 7 teams?
Right.
Who was the one last year? It was embarrassing, man.
Bum, bum, ba-da-bum.
Last year, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go to last year's one.
Tickets were free, weren't they?
I'm struggling there, Kevin.
I've got 2 so far.
Was it 7 different teams?
I'll give you a clue. 8 the 7.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 of them are currently in the Premier League. They're only easy if you know them.
You dickhead.
No fucking shit.
In all honesty, 8 the 7, I would have probably got 3,
I've got
maybe
3
4.
right now.
Who was that team last season? Remember this?
Spartak
I've
Moscow.
We're on teams, aren't we?
Take your time.
Okay.
Hang on, no confirming.
We're on teams.
What's going on here?
We're on a team.
Do you mean you're on a team with 2v1?
No, 2v2, bro.
I'm the quizmaster.
Kev's the
bro.
quizmaster, you're not even doing a quiz?
Oh.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm in the team with the quizmaster. What's the answers, Kev?
Right, okay. I reckon I'm in there.
Right there.
I reckon I've got 5 of them. Do you get to question 4, Kevin?
Question 4. Current squad numbers. Who is number 15?
Fucking hell. I still can't get over that stat. We've really been knocked out the FA Cup the third round. That's 7 seasons.
Yeah. We only got to the
Number
4th round the year before that.
Wow, I didn't know that. Go on then, last
On
one.
the fucking
Is this the last
ball.
question?
Last question, Jack. I'm not expecting you to do that well with this because of your age. It's called a round called When Was the Stand Built? So this season is season 23-24. So if you use that format, so I want the season that the stand opened. Holt End,
Right, okay.
the Doug Ellis, the North Stand, which will probably be
The
the
new
hardest,
Holt End. The new
Holt
that's
End.
Holt End.
and the Trinity
Right.
Road.
So, Holt End. You got the what? Which one do you want next?
Doug Ellis,
Doug Ellis.
North Stand,
Yep.
and Trinity Road.
Fantastic questions, Kevin.
A lot of these surprised me, to be fair. I thought that was late.
Doug Ellis, fuck me. 1912, 1913.
I'll change your mind there.
Oh, in Doug Ellis.
Doug Ellis is a complete.
North Stand is obviously the oldest.
Yeah. So about 23, 24. So
Yeah. So when was the
North
stand
Stand's older
open?
than the Doug.
Yeah.
Trinity
You're
Road.
joking at ya? Doug looks ancient.
I remember when the Doug Ellis was
Oh,
built.
do you?
Right, must
Did
be
they knock the bottom part of it down? Because it had asbestos for ages.
Yeah.
Trinity Road.
Trinity Road.
Oh,
Oh,
go for. Right. That's a complete stab in the dark. So how many points are we on for it, Kevin?
Right there.
14.
Can I,
So
can I
14
recap a couple of
points.
questions here?
Yeah.
So there was 7 for the FA Cup one, was that? 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. I've got 5. I'm going to guess at 2.
Right.
4 were in the
You
Premier
got all
League.
your answers?
Yeah.
1, 2.
Right, give me a paper. We're going to mark each other's paper.
Right there. Come on. And what was question number 1 again? We were playing the semis.
Who we played in the semis in 82.
Oh, fucking hell. Who's marking
Right,
mine?
are you ready for the
Yeah,
answers?
Give me
Yeah,
one.
let's go.
No, I'll stop you. That's it.
You ready for the answers?
We all got each of us papers, yeah? Go on then.
Right. So I know I think it was 0-0 and 1-0. I know we went through against Anderlecht.
Get it.
I left that one blank. I forgot to go back to it.
Did I get that one? I got that one.
Yeah.
Number 2, who is Orley Watkins, currently tied with in the all-time Premier League top Villa scorers.
Yes,
Oh, I said York.
I said York.
York.
Gabby, 74. York, 60. Dublin, 48. Watkins and Juan Pablo Angel on 44.
Oh, what? Juan Pablo, my hero. I loved him. What a player.
Right, FA Cup teams we've been knocked out
Oh,
against in the
God.
next 7 years. 22-23, Stevenage lost 2-1.
Stevenage, correct.
21-22 lost to Man U 1-0.
Correct.
2021 lost to Liverpool 4-1. 1920 lost to Fulham away 2-1. 18-19 lost away to Swansea 3-0.
Fuck, man, I remember that.
17-18 lost to Peterborough 3-1.
You know, we've had them there, haven't we?
And 16-17 lost to Spurs 2-0.
Who's this I've got? That's Jack's. 2 there, Jack. I love that.
Right. Whose squad number is currently 15? Alex Moreno.
Well done, Jacqueline.
And then when...
Can I just read out Jack's answers there?
Go on.
Holt End, don't know. Doug Ellis, no idea. Northstand, fuck knows. Trinity. Trinity, even George don't know.
Google.
Even Google don't know.
What are you calling fuck nose, dick lips?
Right, so this was the season that the stand officially opened.
Go on,
for the first. Holt End was 94-95.
Was our season off there, Sam?
98, 99, you put.
Doug Ellis, 93-94.
Fucking hell. I thought that was ancient.
I got them right, you know.
Not expecting
first
anyone
one.
to get North Stand.
93, 94, as you said.
No, 94, 95.
Yeah, Holt 10, 94, 95.
Yeah.
Doug Ellis, 93, 94.
No,
Yeah.
that's is that
That's
a
a
three?
93, 94, yeah.
Right.
North Stand, I'm not expecting anyone to get. That was 77-78.
Get in!
How do you know that,
So
Sam?
fucking good, Mitch.
And Trinity Road was 01-02.
Oh, I got that one wrong as well.
Did I get any of them right?
You got 4 right. So Ronnie Davenport's got 4 out of that.
4 out of 14.
Jack got 3.
Sam got 6.
6.
Yeah.
Sam.
That'll do, man.
Two,
Hold up, what
two
did I
each
get
on the
right?
draft.
That's a
Oh,
Jack.
Sam got 7.
That's a Jack.
7. I'll
That's a
take
Jack.
that.
What did you
Jack
what
get?
did you get your points for, Sam?
So I've got done one on the stands, to be fair. I've
On
got
the
3 of
lips.
them, right? I've got 77, 78. I dug it in the old end. It's 04, 05, I said, for Trinity Road. Couldn't remember. Do you know, I was
Remember, I
thinking
was playing at the Orphans and that.
yeah, that was in the year to top. I remember
What was
doing
the
it.
Doug?
93-94.
I got 92, 93.
I did really badly on the
What was the
FA
old
Cup
team?
teams.
94-95.
Oh, good 98, 99.
So who was the FA Cup
North
team?
was
you
what,
knocked out
70?
to?
I'll put 88 on for that.
Going back in order:
Stevenage,
Stevenage,
Man
Man U,
United.
Liverpool, Fulham, Swansea, Peterborough, and Tottenham.
What was
Fucking
Trinity
that
Road,
is
kid?
terrible, that is, isn't it?
01-02.
I put 0203. I was off by 2 for 2.
I got Dwight York wrong as well. I thought you wanted the second top goal, Premier League top goal scorer.
Now, who is Ollie Watkins currently tied with? So, Ollie Watkins, to be fair, 4 more goals, he'll be level with Dublin.
I mean, the Carew gets. I was going to put
Carew
Carew.
was down at like 28 or
it?
something.
I was going to put Carew.
So York's the second top scorer.
York's the second with 60.
I didn't think Angel got that many. Although I loved him.
Oh, well done, everybody.
Gabby 74, York 60, Dublin 48, Watkins and Engel 44.
Who's doing-
But considering how long Watkins has been here,
Yeah.
it took Gabby like 13 years to get 74.
Yeah. He scored not 1 goal, but that's 5 of them.